exhibition is called Reflections on Nature, and Dale Chihuly, who is the artist responsible for the pieces, he wanted to have a piece here that would be reflected in the pond and would be magnificent enough for the setting. So underneath here is the armature, and the pieces are individually put onto it and then wired for stability to ensure that there was a clear understanding of the colour of the pieces and the planting. Icicle. And I think you'll see why icicle. The tips of this collection, like the blue sapphire star some of you would have seen at the Victoria Gate, these tips are very clearly left with just the transparent glass. So the colour isn't blown to the end. And it looks like icicles. This is a great day, but actually the best day to see this is in the rain. So when the rain is, you really get that beautiful sort of glitter at the side. He went to Finland and he saw this colour being used, and he hadn't seen it being used in the States. It basically had everything taken out apart from about 10 plants that couldn't be risked to be moved. We had scaffolding around here which would apparently have been, if you laid it end to end, was longer than the M25. Those of you. As you go in, look above the door, because otherwise you will miss one, and that one will remind you of the V&A chandelier. This is the largest of his Persians, and it's 4 foot by 30 foot, for those of you who still work in Imperial. A lot of the plants in here were quite small last summer when they came back in, although actually they're growing magnificently. So he wanted something really spectacular. Corner, there's stairs going up, and you can walk around and you get a completely different but really interesting view of the exhibition. So have a look at the Italian flowers, the green flowers. Is not glass. So he uses the term polyhedra, which is, I think, a made-up word that he made, because you can't find it anywhere. It's that's a poly material. And again, you can see the same horn shape, but in this case, it's poured into molds. You would use this somewhere where the glass equivalent would be 2 feet. So, for example, here, where you haven't got the weight bearing. But Dale Chihuly says he's not only interested in glass, he's interested in anything that's reflective, so hence the polythene here. Transparent nodules, but you can also get powdered colour. And this one is an example of some of the work there where he painted the colour on a metal table and then rolls the piece into it. So you'll see a number of those also. And he started now painting glass, painting with glass. And this one is really beautiful. So this is the last area, and I think again it's quite different to the others. These are the Najima floats. So Najima is an island off Japan, and when Dale, first of all, when he was young as a student in the northwest, he made floats for the fishermen to get money to go on his travels. And then later he saw in Japan, he saw these master craftspeople creating these wonderful floats for the fishermen, and this is what influenced him with these Najimas. Some of these pieces are the largest that would fit into the glory holes. They have names. We don't know the names, but apparently Dale does name them, and they've been made over the last 10-15 years as well, so some are very modern and some are. The tea house behind that came to us in 1913 after a Japanese exhibition. And so this is normally the most peaceful part of the gardens. We have three areas, a garden of peace, a garden of harmony, and then this part is the garden of activity. This is what Dale wanted to take advantage of because no one had been up here. He hadn't had his exhibition up here before. So at that point, I'm going to say, this is it. It really is finished now. Thank you for your patience. You'll be able to see, if you want to go to see the pagoda, if you go directly to it, if you walk down the pathway from it, you'll see the Shirley Sherwood Gallery on your right, the pavilion, which is a cafe and restaurant, your well-deserved break in there. The Temperate house, you just literally go back down this path and you'll see the Temperate house that way. And if you're going back to Victoria, where we picked up, Victoria Plaza, where we picked up, the quickest way is actually just to sort of head pagoda and then just keep walking down. But I hope you have a nice afternoon, and thank you very much for your